relentless tonight. Relentless tonight, okay? Relentless. Offensive line, let's lock them out. Receivers, we're stepping on toes. We're running by these guys, okay? DBs, let's lock them out. Let's say the prayer. Here we go. I got your back. You guys got our back. Those fans are out there supporting us as best as they can. Let's go out there and get that break. Let's go.
Welcome back to the Honda Center in Anaheim. Just about set for football. We'll talk with the reigning AFL MVP, who's with our Randy Gatewood.
Nick, back in your home state of California, how many tickets did you purchase for tonight's game?
I'm gonna be honest, I lost count after about 100 or something. So, but anytime you play in front of your family that love you, it's awesome.
Also, what about how does it feel to have your horses back in the lineup tonight in Reed and Windsor?
Yo, it makes my job a lot easier. I've been playing with those guys for a while. You know, offense is doing a great job up front, offensive line, and so, you know, LA Kids is gonna bring it, so we gotta come with full intensity all night.
Sounds like a plan. Good job. Good luck. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Randy. Rules of the game, running clock until the final minute of each half. You see the dimensions of the field. No punting allowed, no outside stunting or twisting. Ball off the rebound net is live, and one right receiver may be in forward motion before the snap. Bob McMillan in the Hall of Fame as a player in 2013. He was the AFL Coach of the Year while coaching the Chicago Rush. Things have not gone as smoothly here with the LA Kiss. But momentum's a strange thing. If they can just find a way to get a win, perhaps they could turn their season around.
They need success, and you know that breeds experience, winning. It's contagious. They got to get those kind of things happening. And, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if they were able to do it. But this is a tough team to try to get off the schneid with.
So here we go. A.J. Cruz will not have a chance at a return. I know he was anxious to get his hands on the ball as he's last year played for the LA Kiss. Nick Davila, the best quarterback in the AFL, the 2014 AFL MVP. He has led them to 4 straight Arena Bowls, 3 straight titles. Excellent numbers so far this season. 26 touchdown passes, just 3 interceptions, a quarterback rating of better than 121. And for all of his physical gifts, his leadership seems to be arguably the most important thing he brings to this team.
It completely is, and we'll get into a little bit of conversation we had with him early in the season.
Quick hitter to Kerry Reed, and they miss a block. And Marcus Trice comes up and makes the tackle as we look at the rest of the starting Rattler offense. And 2 most important guys back in the lineup, Kerry Reed and Rod Windsor. In 2 games, they've combined for 16 touchdowns. Rod Windsor, who spent significant time in the NFL, turned 31 years of age yesterday. 2nd and 7. Davila all day to throw, looking for Windsor. He's got it. Touchdown, Rattlers. 44-yard strike, Davila to Windsor. There is a flag down on the play.
See, that's where you
to the goal.
get in a situation there where you get caught staring in the backfield trying to help, and you don't realize how sneaky fast Rod Windsor is. But you can't stare in the backfield. You look at eyes on the QB in the backfield, and you see him staring and not really getting in his back pedal. Nick just dares him. He stares him down and throws it right over his head. That's a great throw and catch, nullified by the holding call by Michael Benson.
Benson's done a very good job at fullback this season. But gets called for the penalty. That'll back up the Rattlers. It'll be 2nd and 11. Davila from his own end zone, touch pass, Windsor with the catch.
Hey, now the nose move, man.
Gets out to the 19-yard line. It'll be a first down, 15 yards on the play. And here's the LA Kids defense, giving up 54.5 points per game. Dillon has now moved to jack linebacker, and he's a guy who's a traditional edge rusher, but they need somebody at that MAC linebacker position. And the Ron Scott in the secondary, 34, a rookie playing in his first ever game in the AFL.
Yeah, there will be some mistakes, but the one thing they like about this young man is he's aggressive and he's not afraid to cover.
Davila finds Windsor, and Windsor makes the catch. And just to give you a sense of what Windsor back in the lineup means, these stats I'm going to tell you are per game because he did miss the first 2 games. He's number 1 in the AFL in receptions, 13.5 per game. Number 1 in receiving yards per game, at 134.5 yards per game. The guy is an absolute stud.
When you have a guy that's great at all three phases, whether it be motion, standstill, if you're pressing him from a route running standpoint, I mean, it is unstoppable, and that's what this young man is.
Davila looking for Kerry Reed. That's too easy. Touchdown Rattlers. The former Michigan State Spartan, 19-yard touchdown grab.
It's a really well-designed play. Kerry Reed's going to come around in motion here, and you're going to see the high stem, and then he's going to break flat across the face. And look at the trust throw into that small window. But if you're Carlton Brown, you can't back up into the end zone. You've got to take something away. You can't continue to give that away all night. That's just too easy pitch and catch.
Extra point from Scotia is no good, and he struggled at the end of last season with Jacksonville. Fabrizio Scotia, veteran kicker, and Nick Davila out there congratulating his teammates. Good start, Davila right on the numbers to Kerry Reed for the first touchdown of the night. Tomorrow at 8 Eastern on CBS Sports Network, the Steely Gates fly open for the most unpredictable 8 seconds in sports. The PBR Built Ford Tough Series, the Des Moines Invitational, right here on CBS Sports Network. Scoring drive, 5 plays, 45 yards. Kerry Reed gets his 7th receiving touchdown of the season.
Most versatile man in arena football, I think.
He is a true Iron Man, a throwback. Trice waits, plays it cleanly. And Trice, pretty good return. Finally goes down at the 17-yard line, and we'll get our first look at Brian Zebanowski in his 6th year in the AFL. Stops in Spokane and Tampa, now in Los Angeles. See his first start since last season. Completion percentage okay, touchdown interception ratio not bad. He's never had a chance to be the guy. He will have that chance here for at least the next 6 weeks.
At least, and if he plays well, who knows what happens.
Matt Saka's offense coordinator has worked with him before, and you see a lot of that. Little hot read to Donovan Morgan, and Morgan into Arizona territory to the 21-yard line. Here's a look at the LA Kiss offense. Good 1-2 combination at receiver, Tyron Lewis and Donovan Morgan.
On the field was a completed pass with a fumble recovered by Los Angeles. First down.
First down, LA Kiss.
Zebanowski, 3-step and too much on the throw. Lewis was open. Well, as promised, here is the LA offense. Sam Campbell has done a nice job at fullback. We're expecting him to get more touches. Tyron Lewis was the intended target. He's from Inglewood, so a homecoming for him coming back to the Los Angeles area. Protection will be key up front. Zebanowski's not a big quarterback at 6'1".
Well, also, I don't think the power is going to hurt this big offensive line from the Kiss.
They set up the screen. It's Anthony Parker with the silver turf in front of him. He'll take it for the touchdown.
We're going to get T. Lewis on the hold.
Flag
Lewis
at
hold.
the 6.
It's a good call. He's upset. That's a great play call by Matt.
Holding, number 6, offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Check it out.
You're going to get your fullback out in the front side. Your tight end delays after blocking. And you're going to watch T. Lewis right there. And he tries to let go, but it's too late. And that's too bad, because that would have been a great start for the Kiss offense and Zebanowski.
How'd you feel about Parker handling that football like a loaf of bread?
It was fine because it didn't hit the turf. Had it hit the turf, that might have been the last time he'd ever seen it.
Zebanowski feels pressure and simply gets rid of it. Rattlers defense, 5th in the league in points given up at 50 points per game. Cliff Dukes and Antosh Hawthorne make a great combination along with Tyree Glasper with their pass rush. Jeremy Kellum in the secondary is having an outstanding start to the season. Leads the team in tackles, passes defended, already has 3 interceptions. And the veteran Marquise Floyd back there. Floyd last season at the age of 35, first team All-Arena. Morgan makes the catch, sets up first and goal at the 6. 10 yards on the play for Morgan.
See the nice quick hitch route. You see him punch out and timing, and this is the difference with Zebanowski in their quarterback. He understands the little nuances where you got to punch out and take one step and really not take a long time to deliver the football. Good job getting it out quick.
Go! Cut!
The toss to Campbell. And Glasper stands him up at the 5. There is a flag down at the 7. That's a couple of big guys running into each other.
Might get a nose hold here.
No flag on the play. Second down.
This is basically mano a mano, and Glasper takes the edge and beats the fullback Campbell to the spot. That's a really good job. And they could have called Antosh Hawthorne there for a nose hold where he wasn't allowing the center to get to the next level, but that's just one of those sneaky vet moves that you pull when you feel a guy trying to pull and get up to the next level. You grab a hold of him so he can't get there.
Second and goal at the 5. Zebanowski looking for Morgan. He's got it. Touchdown Kiss.
You're going to catch Donovan, just going to run a quick fade, and they're trying to switch. So watch the safety run out to the field. Marquise Floyd comes in, reaches with the wrong hand, nearly has a pick there, but just a quick fade route on the inside and a really good start. A lot of positive plays for the LA Kiss. Not that one.
That ball is loose. That ball is live. And now they're going to blow it dead.
Didn't cross the last scrimmage.
Marquise Floyd is going to saunter his way down to the other end of the field. So game tied at 6. Zebanowski on target to Donovan Morgan. Don't go anywhere. We're coming back with more Arena Football. For the latest news, scores, and stats, log on to arenafootball.com. Whether you want to check out special features on the league's brightest stars or watch live games via the ESPN3 video player, arenafootball.com is where it's at. Now, while we were away, they ruled that it was an inadvertent whistle on the extra point attempt, so Kenny Spencer will get another try. And this time the kick is up and it is good.
It's good!
A good-looking start there for Zebanowski and the Kiss to drive it down the field as this team's got to develop confidence with their new starting quarterback. And let's go to Randy.
Thanks. Yeah, we've seen a lot of man. You know, we went a lot of 3-step just because of the pass rush. But, hey, we're going to hopefully stay in a rhythm all night.
They've got an excellent pass rush. What other challenges do you see that defense can present to you tonight?
Oh, they're well coached. You know, great athletes. They've been winning for a while now, so we got to be on our A game.
Sounds like a plan. Back to you, Ari.
Thank you, Randy. See some of the young ones in the house. We'll see some with some face paint on. A little love for the owners, for the Kiss. Game 7-6 LA in front. Zebanowski 3 for 5 for 28 yards on the opening drive. AJ Cruz really wants a chance. He's got it. Last year the best in the AFL. Kick return average. He gets it out to the 12-yard line. And Nick Davila and the Rattlers back to work. of our special access, we will go to live audio between those two guys throughout the night as this catch is made. And a real nice catch. This is Chris Summers, his first arena game tonight. They're very high on this young man, and so now we get a chance to listen in to coach and quarterback.
There we go, 5 steps. X right, X zoom, 7-1-1, on to right.
You're going to get the motion man, you're going to get 2 hitches, and this guy here is going to pop to the corner or post.
Davila looking for Windsor. Defender draped all over him, and Windsor goes over the boards and into the front row. There is a flag down back at the 22-yard line.
Illegal formation, offense, not enough men on the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
See the Rattlers trying to catch the corner route here, but you see these rounded corners on the other end zone here. Cuts off about 4.5 yards and makes it really tough. Even when you have good timing, you run out of spacing. That looked like a little bit of a mauling at the end of the play. Nonetheless, ball out of bounds in the stands. Incomplete.
Still first down. Windsor with the catch. He's great after the catch. And that's one of the things that makes him, in his head coach's eyes, the very best wide receiver in all of the AFL. Because he's great at doing everything, but when he gets his hands on the football, he's impossible to bring down.
Here we go. 3-step, left close, wing zoom, sail 3-1, on way.
Go to the young guy, Chris Summers, on the sail route.
Summers been with 4 NFL teams, 6'5". And Kerry Reed makes the catch and tackled at the 15. It'll bring up 3rd and short. We'll take a listen to coach and quarterback. They've been excellent on 3rd down.
Triangle back, I thought. That's why. I thought I had triangle back.
Somebody went with the short. Yeah. I got flush, but I had time to hold it.
Let's go.
I didn't want to get back.
X left. Okay? Yeah. And let's go 1-1-1.
Hey, let's go. 3-step, X left, X zoom, 1-1-1, on 3, ready. Outside, you got 1.
All stop routes across the board.
Davila, Windsor, touchdown Rattlers.
That's a side adjust.
Touchdown, Arizona.
Get that triangle coverage, and he takes the post route. Way too easy. If you're an LA Kiss fan, and if you're an Arizona Rattler fan, you gotta love it. He's gonna push the safety back, get on his toes, and bust it. And this is a timing route. You got a big man running a route, 6'2". You can't give him that kind of space and back up into the end zone. And you see the force he's able to pack when he has his hands on the ball. It's tough to be bring down. I mean, he's a big man.
And he just boxes smaller DBs out. I mean, and so he's in the post. You're not going to get the rock from him.
Too easy.
Rod Windsor, last year first team All-Arena. Since he's gotten healthy in week 3, he's been the best receiver here in 2015. 4 catches already, 48 yards and a touchdown. At 10 Eastern, We Need to Talk, presented by Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge, returns with some of the most influential women in sports, discussing the game's most important issues, right here on CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Well, Nick Davila off to a real slow start. He's just 8 for 8 for 91 yards and 2 touchdowns. I like how you think he may be the best quarterback ever, and you're taking yourself off the #1 spot.
Hey man, what he's done is, I mean, you can't deny what he's been able to do on the field, man. It's incredible.
Trice on the return. Trice, nifty move. And Marquise Floyd forces him out of bounds. We will take another break. The Rattlers lead by 6. And Devinowski, see if him and Morgan can connect again. And here's Nick Davila putting the Rattlers in front. If you're just joining us, here's what you've missed. Nick Davila, opening drive, finds Kerry Reed. Rattlers lead 6-0. LA Kiss responds. Zebanowski to Donovan Morgan. And then just a moment ago, Kerry Reed. Oh, check that. That was Ron Windsor. So Windsor and Reed each with a touchdown catch. And now Zebanowski will lead the Kiss on their second offensive series. Zebanowski looking for Morgan, bobbles it, and it's almost picked off. Let's check in with Randy Gatewood.
Nick, you're making it look really easy out there tonight. Can you walk us through those last couple of touchdown passes?
You know, Coach Guy's doing a great job of opening it up on the offense, making good calls. Offensive line is doing an outstanding job protecting. The receivers are just making plays, making my job easy.
We spoke about it. That was a number 1 fastball on that last one, though, right?
Yeah, it was a level 1 ball. I had to fit it in there a little bit.
Thanks a lot, buddy. All right.
Thanks, Randy. And that one gets away from Zebanowski.
Incomplete. Intended for number 11.
And again, if you're just joining us, no Adrian McPherson got hurt in their loss last week. He was brought in to be the savior. He was a great dual threat quarterback. In fact, he holds the AFL record for rushing touchdowns by a quarterback in a season with 31 rush touchdowns during the 2013 season.
And he was just starting to kind of get acclimated to Matt Sock's offense and understanding how to run it.
Zebanowski touch pass. And his tight end floated into the area. The pass went way over his head. Let's listen in to Coach and quarterback.
Here we go. Let's get this. Hey, let's get this. Trips left, wing yo, 90 hurricane, wing corner. On 1, ready?
4th down here for the Kiss.
Trying to work Teron Lewis on the corner route.
No!
Plenty of time. And it's going to fall incomplete. So the LA Kiss turn it over on downs.
You see the 5-step drop. He's got the corner route. He's got man, but it's unsettling when somebody's bearing down on you and he doesn't step into it, leaves it way short. It's a good job by Tyree Glasper to lay off and not get a personal foul call there.
Very short field to work with for the Rattlers. 1st and 10 at the LA Kiss 14-yard line. And Windsor bobbles it and up in the air for a moment. A flag comes in.
We get Carlton Brown on a hold. He was undressing Marquis White.
Holding, number 9, defense. Half the distance to the goal, automatic, 1st down.
Watch the motion man here. Marquis White's trying to get separation. You're going to see the tough coverage. He's waiting at the line of scrimmage. It's a good job being physical, but the inside move is what caught him off guard. And he grabs a handful of jersey, and that's what they like from Carlton Brown, being physical, making it tough on receivers.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. Arizona, the 3-time defending champs, leading the LA Kiss 13-7. You're watching Arena Football on CBS Sports Network. We're coming back for the 2nd quarter. Welcome back, Arena Football on a Saturday night at the Honda Center in Anaheim, California. LA Kiss looking for their first win, said they are 0-4. The Week 5 schedule does not make it easy with Arizona Rattlers in the house.
Absolutely does not, and you can't give easy opportunities for the Rattlers as they go out on 4th down here. The Kiss had a couple opportunities, a drop pass on that drive on 1st down. Just continue to shoot themselves in the foot. They got to find a way to make some plays.
They have struggled on offense since day 1 of the 2014 season, their expansion season. There you see the total yards dominated by the Rattlers. Davila with sidearm finds Marquis White, touchdown Rattlers. Now if you're new to Arena Football, he just went Sed Bonner right there. He went to the lower arm angle. Said that looked like you, 2.0.
He's got it all, man, in his arsenal. I tell you what, you're going to watch him drift a little bit in the pocket and kind of just work around the jack. See his body language, he just kind of flicks it out there, but on the back end, you're going to see the coverage not good enough. The backside corner goes a little bit too far, and that's what happens. You get a rookie in there, LaRon Scott, not ready for that.
Scotia this time makes the extra point, and let's take a look at what makes Nick so special. Let's go to the eye vision.
I think just more to compound what we just saw. There's so much discipline in what he does. He understands where he's going with the football. He's able to get back in the pocket, and you see him just shuffle a little bit. He's not running out of there to run, folks. He's not going anywhere. He wants to throw lasers for touchdowns, which he usually does. And then here you see him survey the coverage. Comes off of his #1 receiver, which is here. Goes back to #2. And look at the ball right over the top of the DB. Great throw. And then watch this throw. Live action. A little bit earlier, and he just kind of slides and drifts back. Look how early that ball comes out. Gets it around the jack. Perfectly thrown ball. Tell you what, he's got all the tools to break every record in this league, man. And that's saying a lot because AG played a long time.
I know you're very humble, but one of the things that you did in your career with the Arizona Rattlers that Nick does as well is spread the ball around. 3 touchdown passes tonight to 3 different guys, and that gets all your receivers engaged and really a part of the offense. As you see, Nick is perfect tonight, 9 for 9.
Yeah, it's ridiculous what he's able to do, and that's also a tribute to Coach Guy and what he's able to do play calling.
Good special teams coverage from Marquise Floyd and company. Oh, another look at the LA Kiss offense. And if they want to keep this game in doubt, they've got to come up with points. You cannot get down big against the Arizona Rattlers and expect to come back.
3-step drop here coming out. Gonna get the 30 hitch call. Low motion receiver back, starting downhill.
Zemanowski throws it low, it appears to be caught. And it is caught by Tom Gilson, played at UMass. Let's go to Randy.
Coach Guy, can you talk a little bit about this Arizona-LA Kiss rivalry?
Well, it's not really a rival until they beat us.
I know you heard that.
Yeah, oh, that's classic Kevin Guy.
That was awesome.
And that's it complete.
I mean, if you get a look from this secondary spot, he missed some receivers earlier. Now the Rattlers are starting to challenge him throwing. They're going to try to power push that pocket, force him to make throws in the spots. And his receiver core outside of Donovan Morgan haven't been able to beat guys man-to-man. When it's tough and physical, they haven't been able to win.
Why hasn't Tyron Lewis found the success with LA that he had in Cleveland?
It's a learning curve. He's still trying to learn the nuances of when to break in and break out, reading coverage as he's running routes. It takes some time.
Looking for Morgan, and he couldn't find it. There is a flag down at the Arizona 18-yard line.
Still, I think another opportunity missed there. He's got him open. You got him.
Before the pass is thrown, while the quarterback was in the pocket, illegal contact, defense number 20. 5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Good catch, Jeremy Kellum. See, he's already deep. 10 yards off the ball right here. And as the post route is made, as he goes inside, he's going to break, and right there, the contact, which slows him up. But that ball's got to be thrown outside on the outside edge of the wall there. Give your guy a chance to go get it.
Screen, Gilson makes the catch, breaks one tackle, and then Marquise Floyd forces him out of bounds. Marquise Floyd, #1 amongst active players in career tackles with 468 career tackles.
And all he had was 14 interceptions last year as a wily vet.
Led the AFL in interceptions last year. That gentleman right there. Played at West Georgia. He has been in the Arena Football League for 8 seasons, coming off arguably the best season of his career.
I will say I welcomed him into the Arena Football League. Rather not nice.
Oh, you got
Threw
him?
a double move corner out on him for a touchdown to Damian Harrell.
Zemanowski will go down. Tyree Glasper gets the sack, his 3rd of the season.
This route is set up to go here. You're going to want this. You want the post corner route. You've got lockdowns on the zero routes. You've got to convert this. This guy's got to take this route vertical, but he holds it too long, waiting and waiting. But where's he going to go? Lockdown on the outside. And then against this Rattler defense, you cannot hold the ball. You see McAdoo getting pressured, and then the big guys in the middle coming.
Donovan Morgan picks up the LA Kiss first down. Matt Suck, the offense coordinator, will listen to the play call.
That's number 9. Let's go. Run right HO. And we got 370 hits.
Hey, go. Round right HO, 370 hitch on 1. Ready?
They're going to slide protection here and run a hitch route. Fullback will be responsible for the end on this side. They'll slide the line, hitch routes.
Uh-oh. Fumbled center quarterback exchange, Arizona football. So they've turned it over on downs, and now Antaj Hawthorne with the fumble recovery.
He hasn't gotten one clean all night. I mean, they've struggled with it. He just hasn't put it on the turf. Looks like Diaz shorts at it.
So that's 2 stops now for the Arizona Rattlers. They already lead by 2 scores. They're going to have to get that corrected. LA Kiss in some trouble here at home. We are back. Brian Zemanowski, 1 loss fumble, less than 50% completion rate. And my partner, Seth Bonner, was teaching us QB 101 right here.
Well, you got to stay in there and give your guy some pressure. He's a little bit out, tries to get out early. Against a power rusher, he's got to get his butt down and get out quick. So you really got to give him some pressure and stay down in there. It wasn't the first time we had seen that. On several occasions when he took the snap, he was bobbling the ball going back to throw. It was a matter of time before one ended up on the turf.
All kinds of time. It's Ron Windsor cutting across the field. Gain of 11. And let's listen in to what often can be a very entertaining conversation between quarterback and head coach.
Well, he's short. 60 hot T-shoot.
Uh-oh, they're going to...
There we go, left,
Great
T
play
short.
call.
60 hot T-shoot, all right.
You see Nick just got hit on that previous play. They're going to try to slow the rush down by a double release by the fullback and the tight end.
They set it up and the big fella's got it. And he reaches it out. Is he in? Yes. Touchdown, Joe Gibbs. Touchdown, Rattler.
That's a great athletic move by the big man. He kind of jumped in from the 4. This is a great call. You're going to see the fullback go hot to the strong side. Fullback here in the flat. Tight end delays and then goes upfield wide open. Great call.
Scotia, extra point is up, and it is good. The Arizona Rattlers looking very much like the 3-time defending champs. 27-7. Davila 4 touchdown passes to 4 different receivers. This time it's the tight end, Joe Gibbs. On Monday, May 4th at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, you can see the sequel, LA Kiss, Las Vegas Outlaws. Battle of the Rock Bands AFL style. That's Monday night, May 4th, 10:30 p.m. Eastern. Battle of the Bands. They're gonna settle it on the Arena Football Field. That's all on CBS Sports Network. And there's Joe Gibbs, real happy. His first AFL touchdown.
That's awesome. Showed some athleticism too, diving over the top.
He did. Scotia to kick it off. Trice waits patiently, plays it cleanly. Great coverage by Arizona, no place to go. Stopped at about the 1 yard line. Let's talk to the big man who's with Randy Gatewood.
Joe Gibbs, AKA Big Country. Tell us what was going through your mind when you heard Nick call that play in the huddle.
Well, that's probably the second or third time we've had it called this year, and every time I hadn't been there. And every time I hear a pass play that's going to possibly come to me, of course I'm getting excited. So it was there, great ball, able to get in.
Made a great move. Great job. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Randy.
That's a big man right there.
All right, Zebanowski's got to be real careful. Last time they had the football fumbled exchange center to quarterback, and it could result in a safety right now. Antaj Hopper in the nose, a little anxious.
Smelling it.
Yes, he was.
Smelling it.
He's like, I want a safety.
He's good for at least one of those.
Offsides, number 77. Defense making contact at the center. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
A rare mistake by one of the most steady players in the AFL who played his college ball at the University of Wisconsin.
How did I know you'd get
representative?
How did I know you'd get Bucky in the mix?
Of course
tonight?
I get Bucky in.
Now I'm all of a sudden become a Bucky fan because of you.
Yeah, well, I mean, come on, we're friends. I mean, we need your support.
No!
Zebanowski, and Morgan can't bring it in with one hand. And A.J. Cruz, the little guy playing jack linebacker, made that a tougher throw.
This is a play where he's got to read the jack linebacker. They've rotated coverage, so once the jack takes off to the field, you don't want to stay this side. You can work the backside. You've got to check down right underneath him, directly in front of him, and Teron Lewis, and he's trying to throw it over the top. Not good.
Donovan Morgan with one hand, he'll take it for 6. Touchdown Kiss. Wow.
That's got to be one of the top 10 plays. Got to be.
That was special. We both watched a lot of arena football. This is real good. Between two defenders, you kidding me?
That's Odell Beckham-esque right there.
Yes.
I'll tell you what.
Breathe some life into the faithful here at the Honda Center. Donovan Morgan. Now 217 career receiving touchdowns, and this one may be #1 on his personal chart. Yeah, go ahead and celebrate. (27-14) Rattlers in front. Want to remind everyone, next Saturday on ESPN2, one of the great rivalries in the AFL. San Jose at Arizona. They renew. And every year it seems that San Jose or Arizona is trying to get those extra pieces, and San Jose has been on the short end of that rivalry the past 4 seasons. That is next Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. A.J. Cruz gets a chance. He can fly. The former Ivy Leaguer out to the 21-yard line. He was an FCS All-American. And let's go to Randy Gatewood.
Or catch on that last drive, pumping some energy into that offense. Can you take us through what you were thinking?
Oh, man, God is amazing, man. I give all honor and glory to him. He gave me this ability to go out there and show the world what he can do. And I just go out there and I just use what he gave me, man. They gave me a slant across the middle. He put the ball up, and I trusted my hands, and, everything else was history.
Phenomenal catch. Good job.
Thank you, man.
Ari?
Randy, that one was special. I've seen Donovan Morgan play a lot of games. That'll be one for the highlight reel. He'll be showing that one to his grandkids.
Absolutely, that was incredible. I mean, watching him as a young, exuberant.
He was a young Thundercat back in the day.
Exuberant, but he was still dominant. I mean, in that group, fiery, great run after the catch guy.
The passion has always been there for him.
It has.
Shovel pass, Kerry Reed. And Kerry Reed, one thing is he always knows exactly what he wants to do. He doesn't dance around. He gets the football, goes straight ahead.
It's called wasted energy when you're doing all that other junk. Wasted. And this guy, you know, his football IQ, to me, when I watch him play, the way he plays the game, it's off the charts. Just watching what he does and the way he executes.
Well, his pick 6 in the Arena Bowl against Cleveland, I felt like pretty much ended the game. Hold everything. We've got flags down before the play.
Yeah, McIntosh, who's getting his first action tonight. Excuse me, McClinton, James McClinton.
Offsides, 95. Defense. The 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
This is a guy, if they can get him right, had 10.5 sacks last year and just trying to get back into shape. 12 tackles for loss, so he can be a force in the middle. Then they could put Cato Bishop on the edge and get some pop on the edge rushers.
LA has not been able to slow down this Arizona offense. Davila, the throw. Kerry Reed's got it. Touchdown, Rattlers.
Too much man coverage.
But come on, this throw, there's nothing anybody can do to stop this. It's perfect.
Make him throw underneath. This is too easy. You got the nice corner route. Great release inside. He gives himself some space, but watch the timing as this laser comes out. Field corner shows he's chasing man. You know it's man. Carlton Brown not close enough to make any kind of attempt to stop that play.
Extra point is up, and it is good. Nick Davila, now 5 touchdown passes in the game.
Goes back in that patented little ball tap right before it comes out on time. Here it is, pop, and it's out. And look at the spot. Man, that's a great throw.
And I feel like Kerry Reed plays bigger than 6'2". He looks bigger out there.
He really does. So does Rod Windsor. Both those guys look ginormous.
They look like monsters out there. All right, let's go to Randy Gatewood.
Guys, I'm here with Coach Guy. Off to a hot start. First half almost in the book. What's the message you tell your guys as you're going into halftime?
Well, we need to finish this half first. They get the ball second half, so we need to get a stop here and try to go in and score one more time before halftime.
Are there any areas of concern going on right now that you want to talk about?
Well, we're just trying to get better as a football team. You know, we got 18 weeks to get it right before playoffs. And, you know, so we're just trying to improve every week.
You got it, buddy. Thanks. All right.
Thanks, Randy. You know, for Coach, that was really politically correct. He didn't have, you know, one of his typical, we got this. Yeah. we got to keep it rolling.
They need to make adjustments.
Yeah, they need to make adjustments, right?
He's classic, though, man. Classic.
He makes for great TV. There aren't many sure things in life, but him making the Hall of Fame is one of them. Scotia, real high kick, and it hits the scoreboard.
That's not what you want. That's not the way to endear your heart with Coach Guy.
Especially, that's the toughest job in America, is being a kicker for Kevin Guy. All right, Zebanowski has had a tough first half, Zed.
He has miscues and missed opportunities. You see the corner out wide open.
The kick is deemed to be unreturnable.
Not able to hit it. As we get the call, but just missed opportunities, fumbled snaps. He's bobbled snaps going away. He hasn't been able to get settled. That first drive, it felt like they got a little rhythm. He's doing a good job, but got to get back to it.
We got 50 bench, wing corner.
Hey, let's go, time's going. Wasp right, wing yo, 50 bench, wing corner on one. Hey, look hot.
Gonna have the bench route out here by Gilson. He's gonna break out. Same thing on the backside. The middle guy's running the corner route.
Zebanowski looking deep, and that is picked off. Jeremy Kellum. Kellum's 4th interception of the season.
Yeah, this is a good job by Jeremy Kellum. We saw him leave one upfield earlier, But with the corner out, the ball's got to be thrown to the corner. Even though it's a short end zone, you got plenty of room out in this area. Where's the ball going? Upfield. That's where the throw goes. And you watch the footwork, and he's able to step in there, but he doesn't get his triggers pointed in the right direction to make the throw go. He's very inaccurate on that one.
More time for Nick Davila and company. Set up the screen, it's Windsor, and he stumbles to the 11-yard line.
There's a situation also where you hear Coach Salk trying to tell him the corner was high and you threw the ball high instead of flattening your receiver out towards the wall, which is where you really wanted that throw going. You watch the difference between an experienced guy, a guy that's played a lot, like you watch Nick play, the ball goes to the proper spots in front of his receiver, towards the wall, where he can go and make a play on it.
Well, if you're measuring anybody against Nick in today's modern day AFL, the other guy's going to end up on the short side of that argument.
It's called fundamentals.
And Windsor, I believe they're going to give him forward progress for a first down. Needed to get to the 15, and they do give him progress to the 15-yard line. So it would seem that Arizona would let this wind down to the 1-minute warning.
They're going to take their time and try to score with no time on the clock or as little left as possible.
So the clock winds down to the 1-minute warning, and the 1-minute timing rules will be in effect when we return. We will take a break and come back. The three-time defending champs looking good on both sides of the ball. Jeremy Kellum, one of the best middle safeties, comes up with a pick. Coming up on the Arena Football Halftime Show, we'll have the 2015 AFL surprises and disappointments thus far, and we will have first half highlights and stats. That's all coming up on the Arena Football Halftime Show. A lot of pressure on Sid. You always like to be Mr. Nice Guy, and you're going to have to call some people out at the half.
I tried to stay Switzerland, but I couldn't do it. I really couldn't. I had to break him off something.
Davila, the throw and the catch. Marquis White into LA Kiss territory. 1-minute timing rules, very similar to the outdoor game. Clock will stop on incomplete passes. Clock will stop if a player has the ball and reaches the ball over the sideboards. That will stop the clock as well. Arizona wants to milk this clock down and score with very little time to go in the half. LA will get the ball at the start of the third quarter. So there, Marquis White gets out of bounds, and we'll listen to head coach and quarterback.
Definitely in a no-no situation here.
Oh, we got a timeout now.
Yeah, we got all of them.
All right, here we go. Trips left.
Yep.
Wings go too late.
Here we go. Hey, go backside, go backside. Trips left, wing zoom, see laser. On one, hurry up.
Be a quick screen or something quick to get it out, but they don't want to score here. Yep.
Gary Reed. He understands time and situation. You can tell he thought about cutting it back and sniffing towards the goal line. He gets out of bounds.
Yeah, it's the first down. The first and goal is the 9. All right.
Let's go.
Right side, X zoom, stay on 1-1. Lock it.
What?
You want to score? Come on.
Let's go.
Here we go. Hey, X right, X zoom, sail 1-1 lap. On one. Hurry up, Rock. Go. Set.
Windsor, it looked as though the defender was tagging along for the ride, but no flag was thrown.
Still a little bit early, I thought, to take the shot.
You can keep that ball.
17 seconds. They still have all their timeouts. So they can still pretty much do what they want to do here offensively.
Right there, trips right, wing zoom, 380 T wheel on 2, ready?
Davila, the throw, and Kerry got his left hand on it, couldn't bring it in. Still 12 seconds to go in the half, and third down coming up.
Tell you what, that was a good spot, a good back shoulder throw. They had the wheel route on. Kerry Reed. He's going to run all the way out here and run the wheel. You got the post here, another in here. He didn't like either one of those. Goes all the way, waits for Kerry Reed to get there, and throws the back shoulder. That's a great spot. Kerry wasn't expecting it out there. Good coverage. 2 incompletions in his last 3 passes.
That's way outside. Don't let Davila take a hit. That's not okay. I mean, that's got to be put to a stop. You can't have the face of the league be taking shots like that.
Offside, score 52. Defense, half the distance to the goal, still 3rd down.
You have to blow this dead immediately. You can't be shocked. I mean, it's a short corner here. He dumps. You've got to blow it dead. I mean, you see the whistles didn't even start blowing until after he was hit. Too late. Very fortunate for the Rattlers.
Hey,
Look at that guy.
This is sometimes what happens when you're trying not to score, you're trying to slow things down a bit. It kind of throw you out of rhythm somewhat.
Davila, plenty of time, searching, throws, Reed, bobbles, catches, secures it, touchdown Rattlers.
Dan, you got to give some love to this offensive line. Gibbs, Carter, Dennis. It's lockdown up front. These guys right here. I mean, look how long it takes. As well as Michael Benson, I don't want to throw him out. You see him chip on the nose. And that nice, comfortable pocket when you're able to stand there and deliver after looking at 1, 2, and then coming back to Kerry Reed across the back of the end zone. Great offensive line play.
Scotia's extra point is up, and it is good. Nick Davila, 19 of 22, 192 yards, 6 first-half touchdowns, 3 of them to Kerry Reed.
He may throw 12 tonight.
Let's go downstairs to Randy.
guys, I'm here with Coach Guy. How pleased are you with your team's performance thus far tonight?
Well, I mean, you know, they're playing well. You know, right now, offensively, it's just too easy. I'm expecting them to come up and challenge us a little more. We did a great job of situational football right there and took all the time off the clock.
3-touchdown lead, well now 4-touchdown lead. How do you get these guys to stay focused in the second half so there's no letdown?
Well, it's about production, and if they don't stay focused, we're going to get somebody else.
Back to you guys.
Now that's the Kevin guy I always want to hear. That's why he makes great TV. Get somebody else.
That is awesome.
Up 41-14. They don't produce in the second half. They'll get somebody else. I got a feeling he's not replacing Kerry Reed and Rod Windsor anytime soon.
No, those are some mainstays.
Yes.
I'll tell you what.
They're sticking around. Hold on, whistle before the kick.
Before the kick, timeout, Arizona. First of the half, 30 seconds in length.
Let's take a look at the first half for the MVP, the reigning MVP, Nick Davila on target.
It's called timing and understanding what your guys are going to do. And again, you got to have that solid offensive line, but he knows what he wants to do before it even comes out. He looks at coverage as the snap comes. Look at those numbers, 19 of 22, 192, and 6 touchdowns in the first quarter. He may throw 12 or 13 tonight.
If he stays in the game.
If he stays in the game. I mean, they do have a young guy they want to try and get ready for someday if they need him, but man, let's let him put it in the record book. Shoot, I mean, that's what I want to see.
But you know Nick is a classy guy, and unlike, you know, he doesn't want to run it up on anybody. He's very respectful of his opponent.
It's not being respectful of your opponent. It's your opponent's job, not your job, to stop him.
Well, that wasn't my point. My point was that Nick would not want to rub it in. Yeah, I heard you, but yeah, well, he won't do it. I guarantee he won't do it. That's just not his style. Now, you might have done it in your career because you want people to remember you, but
I was sitting down most fourth quarters early on in my career. So, no, I didn't do it.
That's the end of the first half.
First half is done. And some boo birds here in LA. Nick Davila and the Rattlers getting it done. Halftime show coming up. You're watching Arena Football on CBS Sports Network. Just about set for the start of the third quarter. Arizona 41, LA 14. LA will get the football at the start of the third quarter. Week 5 action here on CBS Sports Network. The LA Kids playing without their starting quarterback, Adrian McPherson. Zebanowski getting the start. And let's see what our Randy Gatewood learned at the half.
Guys, a very dejected LA Kids locker room. They understand that they have a tall task to come back in this second half, but they are up for the task, so expect them to play a lot better in the second half. The report on the Rattlers side is they just want to continue what they're doing. Kevin Guy's got his foot on the gas right now, and he's looking to score every possession. He wants to just them to improve and get better as they continue and get ready for next week.
Thank you, Randy. And there is Bob McMillan, Hall of Fame player. Coaching career got off to an outstanding start. Then he came here to Los Angeles, and it has been a tough go. Hoping for something to turn this around. Next week, a week from Monday on CBS Sports Network, we've got the rematch, the Battle of the Bands. The Las Vegas Outlaws and Motley Crue's Vince Neil will be hosting the LA Kiss, owned by Kiss. And it'll be in Las Vegas. Now Arizona went to Las Vegas in week 2 and lost. That was a big surprise, but that was before Rod Windsor and Kerry Reed came back. Nick Davila already 6 touchdown passes in the game. Remains to be seen how much he'll play in the second half.
They've got a couple young guys, B.J. Coleman, that they want to get in there and possibly get a look at. So if he continues to keep playing well, they're going to get him out of the game and possibly get B.J. Coleman some rest.
Nick Davila looking forward to getting his chance to get back out there. So said, if you're the LA Kids and it's Zebanowski and he's projected to be the starter until McPherson comes back, what are you looking for in this second half to try to get some consistency going?
Number one, we've got to do just a simple basic thing. We've got to convert. We've got to get first downs. They had just 4 first downs, and 2 of those came on that initial first drive of the half. We can't turn the ball over, especially on fumbles. Interceptions will happen, but we can't get a fumble.
Trice mishandles the kick, and it'll be a touchback.
The ball hit the back wall, cause it to become dead. Touchback, first down, Los Angeles.
6th-year player in the NFL, has started some games, but has never been the opening day starter. He's played for a bunch of different franchises. He is very familiar with Matt Salk. They worked together earlier in his career. Matt Salk, the offensive coordinator. He was the head coach for the Portland Thunder last season, and in my opinion, did a very good job with the Thunder. They got much better as the season went on.
They really did. Definitely was a little bit shocked when he got fired there.
Gilson makes the catch, even though Arkeith Brown was right there in good coverage.
Tom Gilson, second down.
You're going to get a trips combo route. You're going to get the sell route by Donovan Morgan from the number 3 spot, the motion man. Look for Tom Gilson running the slant route.
Zebanowski, too much on the throw.
It's not even too much. It's he's throwing the ball up the field instead of out in front of his guys. His targeting's off. The ball needs to land in this area here, and he's throwing it upfield to a high safety. I mean, you can't get much more open than that. You got to put the ball out in front. He's just not tracking with his footwork to get the ball in the proper spots.
And that pass is behind Gilson. One guy has mysteriously been absent. They've only thrown in his direction one time, and that's Tyron Lewis.
Well, they've tried to go to him a few times. They haven't been able to connect, but you've got to just stay focused and continue to try to work it out. They've got guys running open all over the field, especially their motion man. Their motion men are winning.
Now, you played with Bob McMillan. This has got to be wearing on him. He's used to so much success. 3 rings as a player. He's not used to this much losing. Donovan Morgan almost had another spectacular catch. Can't bring it in on 4th down. And just like that, Arizona will have the football. We will take a break. When we come back, it'll be Arizona football as Zebanowski off the mark again as this offense just can't seem to click. (41-14) our score, 12:37 to go in the 3rd quarter. It has been a long night for Brian Zebanowski. He has just not been on target tonight.
Well, you've got to settle your feet. I understand what he's looking at right there, but just off target a little bit. Right here, 0 separation against one of the best, most powerful nose guards in the league, and you don't get separation away from the line of scrimmage. You can't play that way. You've got to play with confidence and power. He's just not doing that in the pocket right now. First game in there, so I get that. The nerves are going a little bit, but he's got to play with a little more focus and power.
Chris Summers in motion, and that pass was actually a little late.
New receiver. He doesn't know the timing. It takes time to know guys. Trying to run the corner routes, Chris Summers, a guy they like a lot. And you see Nick still trying to get in proper rhythm with him. Ball's out a little bit later. That's a really good job of undercutting it by
Scott. LaRon Scott. Very nice play.
Rookie. Continue to battle out here and play tough.
Shuffle pass over to Kerry Reed, and there's LaRon Scott stepping up and making a nice tackle after a gain of 2.
3rd down.
But he may be a bright spot in what has been a long night already for the LA Kids.
Well, and their front is playing hard. Those guys are getting after it. They're just not getting much help on the back end, and it's tough. If you can't beat man-to-man coverage, you shouldn't be playing football on any level. If you can't win in man-to-man coverage, and it's been a lot of man coverage from the LA Kids.
Davila throws, and Rod Windsor just trying to find some space in the middle of the end zone. Pretty good coverage that time. Randy, what do you got?
I'm down here, of course, at field level with these guys, and you're right. Said you made a comment about one-on-one beating man-to-man, and in this league, that's what it comes down to. You have to win the one-on-one battles, and unfortunately tonight, LA offensively just cannot get off the press. They hadn't been able to get open. Unfortunately, Zeb has had a really rough night tonight as well. But the one-on-one battle is imperative you win that if you're going to have success.
Arizona's first 4th down of the night. They're 4 for 6 on the season on 4th down. Davila throws, and we've got a flag down. It appeared LA may have jumped.
Even with the 3 rusher.
Offsides, number 16, defense. Los Angeles is in the bonus. That puts Arizona on a 5-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
You get them locked down, you make a couple great defensive plays, and then you jump off sides right here. You know it's an effort. You're trying to make an effort to make a big play. That's Michael Spicer, who's been in the league a long time.
Long enough that he played for the LA Avengers.
Absolutely. You know, but even with that 3 rusher, Nick got back and got the ball out of his hand before any contact came. It just shows you the quickness that you can play with if you understand what's happening.
Definitely automatic 1st down. Davila throws, good coverage. That's broken up. There was no room there between Carlton Brown and Kerry Reed.
And this is a route where Kerry Reed doesn't take enough time to sell the over. He's running the arrow route. He's going to try to beat Carlton over the top and then whip back out, but he doesn't sell it enough. He tries to push off, and that's a great job of just absorbing the push and driving back into it. You got to be a little more patient on that one if you're Kerry Reed.
Feels like Rod Windsor time. in the red zone with these rounded end zones. You need a big physical guy. Well, instead, it's the big fella, Joe Gibbs, second touchdown of the night. Great play call, Kevin Guy. Had everybody fooled.
That was a great call. Great call. Great play call. You saw LA turn up the pressure. Great sell by Nick. You see just the little things that this kid does well. He looks off coverage. He's looking to the field side the entire time. Drops it back to the tight end. Great play call.
You notice that Gibbs didn't have to leap over the guy. Just wanted to show off what an athlete he is.
Since we already did props, he can't just let us down. He's got to stay on that level.
Scotia, extra point is good. 48-14. Joe Gibbs has as many touchdowns as the LA Kiss tonight. The big fella. He gets the block. He doesn't need it. Goes over the top. Tomorrow at 1 Eastern, we hit the field for a huge showdown between the Army West Point Black Knights and the 18th ranked Colgate Raiders to determine the Patriot League Championship presented by IMG Academy, only on CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Gibbs, second touchdown of the night. Nick Davila is now 21 of 27, 197 yards, 7 touchdowns.
That's rather efficient.
It is. Do you think Zebanewski goes the whole way? Or is there any chance they're going to hook him in?
You got to try Matt Masnor. Get him in there.
Masnor, put him in there. Why not? The safety valve comes and gets the football, and it's LaRon Scott. This guy's making some plays tonight. He's flashed a little bit. Randy Gatewood, what do you have?
Here with Joe Gibbs, in the famous words of Nick Davila, we see the athleticism. When's the last time you had 2 touchdowns in a game?
Oh, man, it's been a while. Probably since high school.
Excellent job, excellent job. When he dialed that number again, walk us through what you're going through. What's going on in your mind again?
Of course, you know, I get a chance to get a possibility of getting the ball again, you know, so I got big guy's always going to get excited when he gets a chance to get the ball. You know, I set to the end, clubbed him upfield, and got the ball and was able to get in.
Great job. Back to you guys.
Yeah, he even broke it down. He clubbed the guy. Yes.
You're set.
Yeah.
Wow, did a little pop club.
Yeah.
That's a big beat hook club. Donovan Morgan with a gain of 11 on the quick pass.
I think on the return trip, he should get like an extra portion of food. Don't you feel like that big fella deserves it?
Well, I don't think he's missing much. He's gonna get his portions. That's not a mean thing to say. I mean, big guys eat. Okay. I used to hang out with the big guys, and we ate.
Donovan Morgan, beautiful throw, and Morgan gets the touchdown. 25 yards on the touchdown.
That's a tough angle, and Jeremy kind of gets caught in a bad angle. He cuts underneath it. He undercuts it right there and guesses, and that's what gets him in trouble on a throw that literally goes right over his head. Well thrown ball, and just what the doctor ordered.
Donovan Morgan now 7 catches for 120 yards. And 3 touchdowns. He has been Mr. Offense for the LA Kiss. They have 3 touchdowns. Donovan Morgan's got all 3 of them. And this one, right on target. LA Kiss trying to make this respectable. Last August, all of us were in Cleveland, and Nick Davila here finding Rod Windsor. No one's going to catch the big fella. And here's Kerry Reed. This pretty much felt like put the game no longer in doubt. Look at Kevin Guy running with Kerry Reed. Started the game on a 30-6 run. They win 72-32 for their 3rd straight Arena Bowl title.
I mean, all they've done is won.
Yep.
Since these 2 guys have gotten together.
4 years ago, they were 1 play away from beating Jacksonville. They could already have won 4 in a row.
And be on the way for 5.
Yeah. A.J. Cruz takes a big hit, tries to stay on his feet. Look, he's still bouncing around. All right, under Kevin Guy, 2008, 8-8. After that, he got serious. Right? I mean, goodness gracious. 3 straight titles. He is the all-time best winning percentage in the postseason in AFL history. And with a win tonight, he would tie Jay Gruden for the 6th most regular season wins of all time. Jay Gruden now the head coach of the Washington Redskins. Davila finds Rod Windsor and Trice right on his back, pushes him out of bounds after a gain of 5.
I see a steady diet of this. Not so sure how many big shots, but they're going to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers and allow those guys to continue to make some plays.
Davila, and he's going to scramble and go down. Is it a safety? Yes, a safety for the Kiss. A rare mistake from Nick Davila. He retreated into his own end zone.
Took a shot in the neck at the end of this play, but the protection's there early. Cups nice, and then he gets into no man's land. Once you spin out like that, you get no help. Dominique Pittman closes and maintains leverage on the edge. That's a great job by Dominique Pittman to continue upfield and really keep him in the pocket. Good pressure in the middle. Didn't like what he was looking at down the field. Thought he had a chance to get into Marquis White on the deep post curl. Wasn't able to find him. Big play by the LA defense.
Donnie Pittman played at North Alabama's 4th year in the AFL. Well, they hadn't had a stop all night. That's a big time stop. You get 2 points and the football back.
You know it. You gotta believe. Who's here for the team? Rattlers!
Trice off the iron. Trice across the 15. Keeps on going across the 20. There's a little bit of life in the stand. Yeah.
Crowd still sticking around, getting into it. But I'll tell you who's about to step it up right now. It's Coach Guy and that defensive pressure.
What's the largest deficit you ever overcame in your career to come back and win?
I don't even remember. I know in the playoffs maybe, the only one I can remember is like 18. And we had to throw it off the net to win it on the last second. But I can't even remember.
Too many hits to the head?
Yeah, too much.
You barely got touched. Zebanowski pump fake, and Arkeith Brown has the football. And then Zebanowski's thrown another interception.
I'm going to put this one all squarely on the shoulders of Donovan Morgan. He gets bumped, and there's no call, but you got to continue on. Zebanowski throws it up. The jack's going to work weak here, so there's no help from the jack. He's working solely with Donovan here on the takeoff route, and watch what happens. There's a contact, and he throws it, and Donovan comes off of it, and Arkeith Brown, who's in help coverage, as soon as Donovan took the outside edge, Arkeith fell off and was all over it for the pick.
They've had a lost fumble and 2 interceptions. Arizona's yet to turn it over. Davila to Rod Windsor. And Rod Windsor inside the 15-yard line. So they do give up the safety, Arizona, but then immediately get the football back. Because we've often discussed the safety is so harsh in the indoor game because you're expected to score on offense. So it's almost like a 9-point swing every time.
Absolutely. And it's very tough. Slows down your momentum, but that defense is able to step up and make a play on a bad throw. Thought coverage said he should have thrown the ball outside to the wall, and that drive would still be going. Just because you call the takeoff route doesn't mean you have to throw it. You still have to read coverage.
Davila all day. And this ball's behind Rod Windsor and almost picked off. Second half execution for Arizona has not been what we saw in the first half.
Getting a little lethargic. He's going to get Marquis White on a stop and go route. He had Kerry Reed sitting on the wall for the easy completion. And right there, Trice has got to intercept that ball. You get a chance, you're Marcus Trice, you've got to make that interception. You cannot allow that ball to hit the deck. Give the world chance. Another opportunity down here.
Ron Windsor, LA Kids football. Carlton Brown with the pick, and a late flag comes in. Things have gotten a little sloppy both ways.
That was exceptional timing right there.
After the interception, personal foul, face mask, number 9, Arizona. 10 yards added to the end of the run. Los Angeles keeps the ball. First down.
We will take a break. Carlton Brown with the interception. Ron Windsor had his hands on it. Brown in the right place at the right time. We'll see if they can turn it into points.
The Honda Center, I thought it was. Welcome to the Twilight Zone, folks. Arizona up big, but a series of events, including a bad mistake here. Play you never see by Nick Davila on the safety. And then you're going to get the interception shortly thereafter by the LA Kiss. And then Nick throwing an interception, trying to hit Rod Windsor. Carlton Brown picks him off and had come really close to throwing a pick on the plate right before that one. Just a bad series of events. There's some bad juju on that field for the last 2 minutes.
Zepniewski almost slips the ball. You're not kidding. It's the Twilight Zone right now. There's a flag down on the play.
He can't, the snaps, he's not getting the snaps.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 77, defense, rolling into the quarterback's legs below the knees. 10-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Anton Hawthorne.
Look at this big guy right here, lots of push.
That wasn't much. Come on.
Dude, stop trying to take up for Bucky all the time.
I had nothing to do. All right, come on, it wasn't much.
Hey, yeah, I got rolled up on my knees quite a bit.
Yeah,
that wasn't
nothing.
much right there.
Zepniewski fires complete. Lewis first catch of the night. And Lewis will set up first and goal at the 6. Randy, what's happening at field level?
Guys, down there at field level, a totally different LA Kiss team this second half. Their guys are jumping around on the sideline. They're getting excited after every single play. They're high-fiving. A totally different team down here. The energy is completely reversed. As the Rattlers right now, they're just kind of hanging in there saying, hey, we can do this. But even though they're down by a little over 3 touchdowns, a totally different Kiss team tonight.
Well, I'd say the last couple possessions has given them that life. A couple plays, the defense stiffened up, took them to 4th down. I mean, they've put in a ton of effort.
Zepniewski, quarterback keeper, and he will go down before he gets squashed by Kerry Reed.
Had a chance to sneak that fade route into Donovan Morgan right there. Didn't take it.
Right, H.O. We got 50 H Avenger, S whip weakness.
Hey, tight right, HO 50. H Avenger, F whip, pylon on 1.
Get the pylon by Teron Lewis.
Zepniewski with time, up high, touchdown Kiss, Tom Gilson.
They kept Arizona in a switch. They're comboing out front on the front side. These 2 guys here are comboing. As soon as Donovan goes out, you're going to see him take over outside and pass on to the inside. Jeremy Kellum stays with his receiver a second too long. And that's what causes that confusion and that opening for Tom Gilson to catch that touchdown pass.
Kenny Spencer converts the extra point, and the third quarter is complete here at the Honda Center. We will take a break, but the LA Kids trying to make this interesting. It's now 48-30. You're watching Arena Football on CBS Sports Network. There is our score by quarters. LA 16 unanswered points. It was 48-14, and things were getting hard to watch. And now things have turned a bit. Windsor can't hold on, leads to a pick, and then Zebanewski gets on the field.
Caused by the rookie, LaRon Scott again. Zebanewski to Tom Gilson on the over route. See him just ripping that ball out of there. Not getting this one out of my hand.
Do you think an onside kick yet?
Yes. They played tough red zone defense, yes.
Well, apparently Bob McMillan doesn't agree with you.
He never agreed.
A.J. Cruz hit the hole pretty hard, gets out to the 13-yard line. Randy Gatewood, what do you got?
Guys, message down here on the bench from the LA coaching staff is to keep fighting. Keep fighting. They truly, truly believe that they can come back and win this game. Zebanewski's kind of got a renewed sense of energy as well. He's one of the guys who's leading the charge down here, telling his guys to keep fighting, keep pushing. We can win this football game.
You know, Randy Gatewood looks great in a suit, but he sounds like a pretty good cheerleader right now as well. He's got the spirit. He believes.
I think he does believe.
He does believe.
But he is down there, feels that energy.
Marquis White with the catch, gain of 9. It is fair to say that LA has played with much more passion and energy and urgency in the second half.
They really have. I mean, their backs against the wall. They're about to get embarrassed in their building. So yeah, your professionalism is tested at that point.
Randy, you have a response.
Absolutely. Of course, I'm down here, of course, on the field. The energy level down here, it's totally picked up this second half. However, Arizona has been in this situation before, and coming out of halftime, Coach Guy's thing was to go down and score on every possession. So don't expect them to roll over as well.
Davila sacked again. It's Donnie Pittman again, his second sack of the second half. And Davila slow to get up. This could be big news right here.
Oh, B.J. Coleman.
Wow. Hold everything when you got the league MVP down. And he looks frustrated, hurt, and upset. Saw him slam the turf with his left hand.
Looks like he gets rolled up. And don't want to speculate, but
pretty classy move. McClinton from the LA Kids is helping Nick Davila over to the bench area. It shows that this whole league really is just one big family.
Left foot gets kind of rolled up on. And
they're taking him to the locker room. He's not even going to the bench.
Right when he rolls over the top of Pittman, right here, look at his left foot right in there. Kind of caught underneath the body of Dominique Pittman.
And Davila's going back to the locker room. And so we'll have Randy Gatewood try to get a report. You know, the protection has not been nearly as good in the second half. And now you lose the best player in the AFL since the 2010 season, and now B.J. Coleman, a rookie who played at Tennessee Chattanooga, only attempted 8 passes in the AFL, just 2 for 8. Coleman steps in on target, finds Marquis White, enough for a first down. That's a big throw and catch on third down.
It really is, and if you're LA right now, you've got to bone up and get tight, keep it close. We're going to take a look at his left foot when Dominique Pittman spins him around right there. It got trapped underneath. And I think that's where the problems came in. I mean, shows you his toughness. He's a warrior. He wants to fight his way off the field.
Rod Windsor, and there's going to be some timing issues. I mean, Coleman just hasn't played with Windsor.
He's excited. He's excited to be on the field, so he's a little rushed on that play. Has some time, but you watch this kid throw the ball in warm-ups. He can make all the throws. He is a big, big man when he stands in there. Very strong, but man,
real concern. I mean,
Yeah.
the Arizona Rattlers. I mean, without Nick Davila, and all of a sudden they come back to the field. And it's a whole different team. Get it to Kerry Reed in space, and Kerry Reed works his way to the 16-yard line. And here was a real class move. I mentioned it, and McClinton comes over, and that shows kind of respect they have for Nick Davila, that the opposing team goes over to help the other quarterback, and that's the nose tackle. I mean, that's the guy who's trying to get the quarterback.
Tight-knit group, man. This is a tight-knit family. That's why, I mean, I love it. I love it. It's a tight-knit family.
Third down, third and short. Marquis White wide open. Touchdown, Rattlers. Great response from the defending champs.
Ron Scott is down. In pain. He tries to smack, what they call smack at the line of scrimmage. Marquis White, and at 6'7", well undersized, and Marquis just kind of runs right through him, and he looks like he lands on that shoulder.
He literally ran him over.
Too bad, this kid's played well.
We are gonna take a quick break, and hopefully Ron Scott is up when we come back. LaRon Scott was able, with a little bit of assistance, to walk off the field. He has shined tonight in his first ever arena game. Scotia now on for the extra point attempt. He's missed one tonight, and he connects. And the Rattlers needed that one. They extend the lead to 55-30 after 16 unanswered from the Kiss. Nick Davila, Arizona Rattlers were cruising. A rare mistake from the MVP. Gets tackled for a safety. Then trying to find Windsor. Knocked up in the air, picked off by Carlson Brown. Still, things for the most part were looking good for the Rattlers, and here comes disaster. Nick Davila gets his ankle rolled, and he is currently in the locker room. Randy Gatewood will have more on it in a moment, but Davila helped off the field.
I'm down here in the bottom left, but I'm walking towards, I'll go towards the opposite side.
And Trice wrapped up by Summers at the 5, and now let's go to Randy.
Guys, I got a report on Nick Davila. He seems to have a left foot injury. They're going to take him back, x-ray it, make sure it's okay, but he is questionable to return. But once again, it's a left foot injury. He was in a lot of pain, but now he's fine. They're going to x-ray him. Hopefully he'll come back out in the game tonight.
I'm not sure if you're Arizona, if you've got this big a lead, that you want to put Nick back out there tonight. You'd like him to be available, but why risk it?
I don't even want him available. I want B.J. Coleman to finish this game out and get us out of here. And my defense.
Fair enough. Devanewski knew he was on the verge of a safety. Now, the bigger story heading into week 6 will be the health of Nick Davila going up against the San Jose SaberCats, their #1 rival in the National Conference. As we look at quarterback comparison, it's pretty much one-sided.
Yeah, that's an understatement. Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Oh, wow.
Listen, going against San Jose with Nick right now, these two teams are tops on this side of the bracket. It's a tough game. Without Nick, it's still going to be a tough game because Arizona's at home.
Donovan Morgan, the catch after Devanewski fumbled another snap.
Seen it all night. Just fundamentals. You've got to be able to take a snap. You're going to watch him bobble it. Right here.
Gain of
And
20.
I think some of it is running into his fullback, so he's not securing the ball as he's pulling away. Sam Campbell, who has to step around and get in position to protect.
Is it mirror to the yellow shoes of Donovan Morgan make him look faster?
Make him look faster, like he's doing this stuff.
You can't get to that one, but honestly, I mean, he's not getting any younger, and he looks as fast as he's ever been.
Well, he looks about as good a shape as he ever been. I mean, it's definitely been a great career for him, and he doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon.
That shot given the play call to Brian Devanowski, 6th-year journeyman quarterback. Based on the way things are going at 48-14, this actually feels like this game has gotten a chance to get interesting late. Morgan another catch.
Got a chance at Teron Lewis there in motion. Jeremy Kellum started it in front of the motion man, but right before the ball was snapped, he jumped outside. They ran that switch coverage again. He had a chance to hit Teron in motion, flying with a guy trailing on the outside. You really got to pay attention to what you're looking at and confirm what you're seeing.
3rd down. Devanowski in trouble. Hawthorne knocks it out, dukes the recovery. Anton Hawthorne.
I'm going to need
the big
B.J.
palm
Coleman to get me out of here, and I'm going to need my defense. My defense is on board. We'll see if B.J. Coleman can continue his play.
So Hawthorne already had a fumble recovery. Now he gets a forced fumble.
Woo, Bucky. That's what you want to say. Go ahead and say it. The good rip, quick hands.
Look at that.
And the slap. And you know he wanted it. You know he wanted to pick it up.
4 turnovers
Look at
now
Look
for
at that
LA.
move, though.
Yeah.
Watch the slap. Oh, give me that.
Look at the size of him. That is scary if
And
you're
he's
Devanowski.
quick as all get out. I mean, the guy can flat out move.
These Rattlers, all-time leader in career sacks with 27. Cliff Dukes has more, but he's spread it around some in Tampa. Benson on the ground. Touchdown Rattlers. What a response after their leader goes down. Back-to-back touchdowns. And they are going to leave no doubt on this one.
This is a great play call by Coach Guy. You show here and then get to the second level. I'm telling you what, that offensive line play was spectacular. Derek Dennis shows on the edge and gets upfield. The defensive end runs himself out of the play. He's able to seal the linebacker.
Well, Derek Dennis is, in fact, truly an NFL guard. He spent last year with the Carolina Panthers, and he looks like he should be playing in the NFL.
Their entire offensive line looks like it.
All right, if you're thinking about a career as a quarterback in the AFL, watch this and maybe you'll reconsider. 77's coming. Hello. Duck and run. Get out while you can. Let's go back in time. June 14th, 2014. Aaron Garcia still the quarterback for the LA Kiss. And Aaron Garcia looked good on this night. 289 yards, 5 touchdowns, including this bomb. And LA won 69-61. Why is that relevant? The last time the LA Kiss won. 10 straight losses since then.
And I know it's eating at this guy because this guy is former teammate, one of the greatest competitors I've ever been around. I know how hard their staff works, having worked with them. Can't let that ball bounce.
That's got to be kick-catch interference. They were inside the 5. I mean, it's LA football, but you got to... Did it bounce off the iron, not off the ground?
Ball recovered by Arizona, 1st down.
If it hits the ground, it's anybody's ball. Yeah,
if you're Trice, once it hits the net and drops straight down, they are not inside the 5. They're good to go.
But didn't it hit off his foot, maybe?
Straight down, and then he's casual about it. Go get the ball. Go get the ball. First off, you cannot allow that thing to hit the ground. And then look.
He does look very casual.
Like casual, like he thought it was going to be blown dead or something. Not the case.
His body language alone just didn't look right.
It looked like he was unsure of what was happening.
Delay a game. Offense, 5-yard penalty, still 1st down.
I'll tell you, you this, Coleman's looked good in there. It's nice to know you've got a backup quarterback who can play. Coleman throws. A bit too high, looking for Summers. What have you thought of Summers tonight? Because Kevin Guy, if you want to take a look at this guy, we think he's got a chance to be pretty good.
I think, well, he can run like the wind. I think he's just got to learn the angles and how to set routes up and not try to be in such a big hurry. Because DBs are guys that know how to recover. You can't just outrun everybody on the field. You've got to set up routes. He's got to set up routes and continue to improve in that area, but his size is great. He's a big kid.
Coleman, pump fake, pressure coming, looking for Windsor over his head. Third down coming up.
There's a lot of effort being put out by Cato Bishop, Dominique Pittman, Mike Spicer. Those guys are really, really getting after the offensive line of Arizona. It shows they're not quitting, they're continuing to battle. This is what he wants initially. Doesn't like the small window, so he drifts. Watch, this is a good use of the pocket. He drifts back a little bit. He's able to use his strong arm, but misses a wide open Rod Windsor.
He didn't miss the guy in the front row. He made a nice catch.
Made a new friend, too. The guy's gonna love him forever.
Coleman, nice pocket. Oh, right through the hands of Kerry Reed. That ball had something on it.
Got an absolute cannon. Miss. He's going to miss number one. I don't know how you miss Rod Windsor, who's going to sit down right in this area. Look at that wide open touchdown right there. But Kerry Reed, if that ball would hit, imagine if it was 3 inches lower, it would have hit him in the helmet, probably knocked him out.
It might have stuck in his face mask.
Like what? It was a replacement?
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves? That would have been great.
Coleman on fourth down. It's Rod Windsor. Touchdown, Rattlers.
That's a good job of sliding in the pocket and really unleashing the laser.
We normally refer to the Latin laser. Coleman's going to have to come up with his own nickname. Because this ball is coming.
It's got some pop on it. Hands catch. You see the nice whip route. Takes a shot, stands in there. Watch him stand tall in that pocket. Everybody's fighting up front. Small window.
There are a few teams in the AFL who could use a quarterback. They may be calling up Kevin Guy once Nick gets healthy.
Absolutely. Well, I don't know if they're going to.
Illegal formation. Defense, not enough linemen on the line of scrimmage. That penalty is declined. Kick is good.
Randy is down on the field. What do you got?
I'm here with the man in the middle, Antaj Hawthorne. Talk about the game tonight. A forced fumble recovery. What are you seeing out there?
I mean, everybody's playing hard. They made a lot of good plays on defense. We're just trying to match their intensity coming out. The whole game's momentum. We just want to get that momentum back and, keep it, not let it get away.
A few different changes on that defensive line this year. Talk a little bit about the new guys and a couple of other guys, what you expect from them.
All right, well, we just brought McAdoo in this week. He was with us in training camp. Unfortunately, he didn't make the cut at the time, but obviously, we know the ad town brought him back, and he's been doing a great job for us so far tonight. Right now, that's the only new guy that we have on the defensive line.
Looking good out there, though. Keep it up.
Thanks a lot.
Art.
Thank you, Randy. See how articulate the former Badger was and how politically correct he was? Yeah, it's nice.
He was a good interview. I like that. I have to talk to the big guy quite a bit because he makes a lot of plays.
He does. Even when he doesn't get sacked, he pushes that pocket.
Pushes the pocket, and that makes a guy uncomfortable trying to stand in there and throw the ball.
Oh, he lets it hit the ground again, but the up man is there, and he was just outside of the end zone.
What?
Now, the play that everyone's going to be talking about when this game's over is this one. Nick Davila with his team comfortably ahead.
Face mask, number 90, kicking team. 10 yards added to the dead ball spot. First down.
Gets up, tries to walk it off, but we're going to get a look at
Everyone's going to want to know all week, how is that left ankle of Nick Davila? Now, we had a game week 1. Ron Jaworski, the owner of Philadelphia Soul, was looking for a kicker when his kicker got hurt as this ball is incomplete. Wondering if Arizona's looking for a backup quarterback for B.J. Coleman just in case for next week. You got to get on the phone real quick, and now Zebanewski. He gets hit hard.
He gets the wind knocked out of him. But again, you've got to get beyond this point. You can't set up here. He's not able to step into the throw, but he had time, and
Tyree Glasper delivers the blow.
See how wide and flat-footed he was. That's why that ball's not coming out with any kind of pop on it. But he did take a shot right in the chest.
Well, it appears we're going to have backup quarterback versus backup quarterback here in a minute. Zebanewski being looked at by the training staff. Bassiter getting ready to go into the game. All right, upcoming schedule for the Rattlers, and we can see a few of them on there here, but the only one that really is going to get everyone's attention is that one next Saturday. Yeah, San Jose. That's the game.
Well, I think that one, and then also you look at that game as a get back for the Rattlers.
Yeah, but the San Jose, everyone wants to know, is San Jose improved enough to challenge Arizona in the National Conference?
Well, I think they have. I mean, they've made some great adjustments. Virgil Gray being out for the season.
That hurts.
It hurts a lot, but they've improved that defensive line even from a year ago, which is tough to think that they could do that.
So the LA Kiss will be taking on a 2-2 Las Vegas team. And I'm sure they'd like to return the favor after Vegas came here and beat them.
Absolutely. And then they get a Spokane team that hasn't won a game tonight. They're playing a tough game tonight, but haven't won yet. So, I mean, they could make some things happen. The one thing Matt brings is he can run around and make some plays with his feet as well.
Ball comes out funny, but Donovan Morgan makes the catch.
Complete pass, to Morgan.
They should be in a little bit more of a hurry here. They could have gotten a playoff before the 1-minute warning. Donovan Morgan points to the play clock. They're not going to get this off. So 59 minutes complete here in Anaheim. 1-minute timing rules will be in effect. But LA's going to need more than that, down by 38. Welcome back. 1-minute warning here at the Honda Center. Good news for LA Kiss. We believe that Zebanewski just had the wind knocked out of him. Donovan Morgan, another one-handed catch. The other one he turned into a touchdown. Pretty spectacular.
Great catch. He almost spun out of that one. Talk about a guy that's just continued to play well.
Yeah, he does play hard.
You kind of feel for the guy. You wonder why this team is huddling. You've got a new quarterback, so he hasn't been brought up to speed on the NASCAR or whatever.
Buccaneers in trouble, and Antosh Hawthorne gets the sack. He has been a menace tonight. But the swatting the ball out, it's got to be the defensive play of the night.
That was awesome.
It appears that LA is saying we've had enough.
He was already down when the ball was down.
Oh, they're going to use a timeout? Wow.
Timeout. Los Angeles, first of the half, 30 seconds in length.
Be sure to check out arenafootball.com for all the latest news and information on the Arena Football League. While you are there, be sure to shop the AFL Team Fan Shop for the latest team gear. Check out arenafootball.com today. She looks like she's made herself comfortable.
They all look very comfortable.
Rattler Nation travels well.
They do. They do travel well. They always have. See the Hunter Cooper jersey right there in the stands.
As long as I don't have to see a Sid Bonner jersey tonight, I'm okay.
Oh, they never did.
Bassin, here's the throw. Catch is made. And the ball comes out. That is now 6 turnovers for Los Angeles. And things are getting ugly here.
Got a feel for Teron Lewis. Frustrated night. He gets a chance to get in the end zone, doesn't feel the pressure, knowing it's the last play. He's trying to just get in there.
Now, Lewis, this was a game that did not go the way he had hoped.
Personal foul, number 77. Defense after the interception. The time ran out during the game. Game is over.
All right, game is over. Here's the final play.
Great effort, one-hand
Lewis
catch.
had it, and then tries to make a play and fumbles it, recovered by Jeremy Kellum.
A.J. Cruz finishing strip. You see.
Let's go to Randy Gatewood.
Guys, I'm here with Coach Guy. Coach Guy, another big win for you tonight. Of course, everybody's wondering about the health of Nick Dogler. Can you give us anything on that?
Well, we'll get him back and let him see our doctor in Arizona. I don't know if I trust LA doctors, but we'll get him back to our doctor, let him take a look at him. If he can't go, he can't go. And you know, we got a lot of confidence in BJ, and it's a team game, so we got to rally around the guy. We got to get ready to go.
Sounds like a plan, buddy. Good luck next week. Back to you guys.
Next man up.
Jason Marietta is also a guy that's local there. He's been on the roster a few years. He's still in town, getting healthy, getting back, just in case they need him as well.
LA remains winless. They are 0-5. They have lost 11 straight going back to last season. Sid, what do you take away from tonight?
Arizona's really good, but then they fall asleep at times, and Kevin's got to get on them. This is a team that, when they're firing on all cylinders, is going to be tough to deal with. LA needs to just find some consistency outside of Donovan Morgan somewhere.
Well, Joe Gibbs, lineman for Arizona, 2 touchdowns tonight. It was a lot of fun to see the big fella get into the end zone twice. Arizona is now 4-1, and they will host San Jose next Saturday in a matchup a lot of people are looking forward to. Our final score is 68-30. On behalf of Cedric Bonner and Randy Gatewood and our entire CBS crew, I'm Ari Wolf. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Tune in for our next broadcast, Monday, May 4th at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, as the LA Kiss will take on the Las Vegas Outlaws in a rematch. Have a great night, everybody.